The Education Department says it's all ready for the millions of students who are set to return to school on Monday. Industry stakeholders agreed to import 150,000 metric tons of sugar after a meeting with President Bongbong Marcos. And the Health Department detects 2 additional cases of monkeypox in the country. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The Education Department says it is all ready for the reopening of classes on Monday, despite some challenges on the ground. Mon Gualvez with the report.
Overcrowded and no physical distancing. That's what we witnessed during the parents' orientation at the Manuel L. Quezon Elementary School in Caloocan. The school admits this could be a glimpse of what about to happen once classes resume on Monday. They built makeshift classrooms as enrollment rate is almost back to pre-COVID-19 levels. Classrooms were also divided using slabs of plywood to accommodate more students. Due to the shortage of classrooms, this school built makeshift ones inside this covered court. The problem though is, here's what they look inside. Some fallen ceilings because they've already been subjected to wear and tear and heavy rainfall conditions. The school is planning to allot this room to kindergarten students. The school also had to implement 3 shifts per grade level.
Meron pong gawain ang mga bata sa 2 oras na hindi nila naipasok. Mayroon silang mga activity na ibibigay ng mga teachers, learning activities na gagawin sa bahay.
The Health and Education Departments have acknowledged challenges in implementing social distancing. That's why they remind schools of the importance of other health protocols. Some parents, though, are still worried about their children getting infected with COVID-19.
Ang liit ng classroom nila. Yun na nga po, hindi pa po ang liit pa. So, pasiksikan, wala ng social distancing. Hindi po natin maiiwasan na baka yung iba doon, hindi naman po kasi lahat baksinado. Hindi naman po nire-required.
Despite this, some of them admit that they are more amenable to in-person learning over online classes.
Kasi po kung online naman, walang matututunan yung mga bata. Kami pa rin po yung mag-aaral.
Despite some challenges on the ground, the DepEd said it's now all systems go for the reopening of classes.
Sa meeting namin, the regional directors have said na handa naman po ang ating mga paaralan. May mga teachers na rin po na na-interview ninyo na nagsabi that they are ready for the opening of classes. So dun po sa mga talagang gaps natin in terms of infrastructure, that is something that we are looking at the long term.
Schools open on August 22 with blended learning as an option. But the DepEd said they are studying if this can be implemented as a permanent mode of instruction for basic education. So far, the number of enrollees for the coming school year now stands at 27 million, 1 million short of the DepEd's target. For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
Major supermarket chains in the country have committed to selling cheaper sugar. Malacanang says that SM Supermarket, Robinsons Supermarket, and Pure Gold have all agreed to sell sugar at the suggested retail price of 70 pesos a kilo. The SRP will take effect in Metro Manila next week and will be in place until inventory runs out. The Trade Department said a purchase limit of 1 kilo per consumer will be implemented to discourage people from hoarding. We will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The LTFRB has brought back more than 100 pre-pandemic public transport routes ahead of the first day of classes on Monday. Gerard de la Peña with the report.
Students who have returned to in-person classes are finding a hard time commuting. Among them is May, a medtech student from a university in Caloocan.
Ayun ko, sobrang hirap po. Kahit malapit lang po ako. Kulang pa rin po yung jeep na sasakyan. Kaya ang ginagawa ko na lang po, nagbabas na lang po.
Commuting is bound to get tougher with the formal reopening of classes nationwide on Monday. With this, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board has released a memorandum circular ordering the resumption of trips of almost 70 pre-pandemic jeepney routes. This includes jeepney routes from Cubao to Recto via España, Quiapo to Blumentritt via Dimasalang, and Pasay Rotonda up to Manila Central University. Drivers like Tatay Elmer Cordero welcome this development. Cordero was one of the so-called Piston 6 who were apprehended and detained during the peak of lockdowns for protesting on the streets.
Maligaya kami mga driver dahil sa loob ng 2 taon, ngayon lang mangyari na pinayagan kami na buksan. Dahil katulad ngayon, kawawa yung mga pasahero. Hirap na hirap.
Aside from PUJ routes, the LTFRB has also opened up 33 bus routes that will pass through schools and universities. But this morning, only 2 operators came to the LTFRB's offices to secure special permits. The LTFRB said its offices will remain open during the weekend to give ample time for operators to submit requirements.
Nakipag-ugnayan na po kami sa lahat ng mga operators natin na involved po dyan sa bubuksan natin mga ruta. So basically, alam na po nila yung mga ruta na bubuksan. Ngayon, yung mga dating ruta na dire-diretso, magbabalik na po sila. So hanggang University Belt na po yung ating mga ruta na bubuksan.
LTFRB Chair Cheloy Garafil says they are planning to add 100 more units at the EDSA busway. Meanwhile, railways are also ready for the expected increase in passengers. The MRT3 management expects 2,000 more passengers will be added to the daily volume. It also warned of the impending shortage of beep cards due to chip supply issues, mainly sourced from Russia. But the management said there are stopgap measures in place to prevent delays. For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
Creamline star Eliza Valdez will be skipping the Asian Volleyball Conference Cup due to dengue. Valdez was supposed to lead the national team in this weekend's tournament, but reports say that Choco Mucho's Catalantino is being considered to replace Valdez. Meanwhile, coach Sherwin Meneses and setter Gia de Guzman could also miss the tourney for health reasons. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Senate will go under total lockdown starting Monday after more senators tested positive for COVID-19. So far, there are 47 active cases in the Senate building, including staff and employees. Industry stakeholders have agreed to import 150,000 metric tons of sugar after reaching a consensus with President Bongbong Marcos. This is half the amount on the illegal and unauthorized Sugar Order Number 4 that was signed by the Sugar Regulatory Board. The Department of Health confirms the detection of the country's 2nd and 3rd cases of monkeypox. The DOH says both patients have a travel history to countries with confirmed monkeypox cases and are currently in isolation. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.